Well, August 26th, 2023. Ain't much to do except work on fence and tend to cattle. Feeding cottonwoods to the cattle. We can't get any hay put up here in Michigan now, at least in the southern half of the lower peninsula. It's just a disaster. We got a lot of people got hay down right now. It's been on the ground for over a week. Yeah, there's some willow too. I cut some mulberry down here too. They'll eat mulberry as well. But yeah, high humidity today. We're 60, 70 plus % humidity right now in the mid-afternoon. Pretty much done our hay season in for the most part. We're getting close to September at this point. Threw the bull in the other day, a couple days ago. So he's out here doing this work. That's one of my bulls. And hay season's been a disaster. Not enough hay don't have hardly any winter supply for these cows yet. I still got 170 acres of first cutting I haven't even been able to do. I've done close to 40 acres of second cutting. But, you know, I had to kind of pick and choose what to do. And now we're getting into fall weather. It's starting to get cool out. Short days, heavy dews. So Mother Nature keeps throwing a lot of curves at us as far as, hay production. The weather just seems to be so extreme. It's hard to get a couple cuts of hay this year. Every year it's been getting like that. I'd say in the last 20 years, hay just gets harder and harder to produce. The overcapitalization of equipment, in order to do hay is combined with the inflation has really caught up to the hay farmer. I think that I don't even think it's feasible to make a living doing hay anymore, not to sell to the horse industry. I really don't. Even with, charging record high prices to sell hay, you still just can't even begin to make enough money nowadays. And with the equipment industry just convincing everybody to go out and buy new toys to do this hay with, the hay production's just really it's just basically people who can afford to buy that equipment now are using money from another job to be able to even produce hay. So, it's all corporate now. In order to stay in business, farming, you've got to go with one of the mainstream industrial complexes. Corn, soybean, there's a bull, he's working hard. Corn, soybean subsidies. We had the ethanol, that was tough to deal with in around 2007, 2008. That's when a lot of hay ground disappeared. Yeah, I couldn't compete with them. And then now, government-backed crop insurance, that's the other deal. So, with the amount of, and I guess they got crop insurance for hay now. So that's allowed some of these big farmers to stay in the hay industry because now they get pay to play so that they can afford to buy their chemicals for their, you're buying your yield. So, they can buy, basically if you're buying fertilizer, you're just purchasing yield. It doesn't pay. I'll tell you what, if you went out and fertilized 200 acres of hay this year, boy, you're one sorry son of a bitch. Because you ain't getting your money back. Anyways, thoughts? All you guys making a lot on hay? Or do you feel the same way I am? That modern farming now is all going corporate. Just like what we've done the last couple years. Just think about that. Anytime you're buying something from Amazon, you're hurting the small farmer, the small business person. Anytime you go down to Main Street, look at the local hardware store, restaurant, department store, all those people just like us small farmers are fighting to stay in business. I think the end of the medium to small time farmer, the end of that industry, along with all small businesses, is in sight. Kind of a dying breed now. We're all into corporations now. Box stores and cheap products with cheap labor. $15 an hour employees selling you cheap product. I haven't bought a new vehicle since 1998. My last piece of farm equipment I bought brand new was 2008, my disc mower. I don't see ever buying anything new again.